Today on this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build out and option a 2018 BMW M550i xDrive. The 550i is slotted just below the M5 in the 5 Series lineup. The M550i is so good that it may just steal sales away from BMW M cars. It's quicker 0 to 60, yet more fuel efficient than the last generation F10 M5. This is not merely a sports package with a V8 engine. Nearly every aspect of the M550i has been modified by BMW M, including the V8 turbocharged motor, the transmission, suspension, wheels, as well as appearance both inside and outside. So this is a phenomenal car. Phenomenal car, and that's why I'm excited to bring this build to you today. I'm excited to build this car out. I personally like this car a lot, and with that said, with the introduction out of the way, let's just jump right into this. There's a lot to go over, and step one is to choose our model. Alright, so we've got a few options to choose from, but we already know this video is about the M550i. Only comes in xDrive, right? You can't even click on the xDrive option. It only comes in 4-wheel drive, right? Intelligent all-wheel drive. Continue. Okay, looks like we got a couple tabs here. So I'm looking around here. First thing I see is the base price is $73,400. Okay, looks like we got some standard features. We'll come back and click on that in a second. We've got several tabs to work through: color, wheels, upholstery, trims, packages, options, and finally summary. And then looks like we can do a little moving around. BMW always has a nice website for building cars. Their car configurators are always nice. Let's see, I like that one. Alright, so let's take a quick look at these standard features. The list is going to be long, so we don't want to spend a lot of time. We're not going to spend a lot of time going through these features, but we'll scroll down. Obviously, you're going to be able to see these and read these as I'm scrolling through, so we'll get a good glance at it. We've got several categories, right? You got all these headings up here, different headings. You see them in bold. Power and efficiency, talking about the engine. It's got the 456 horsepower V8. And even though they don't list the torque, I'm almost positive the torque on this car is 480. So it's a stout performance package. It's got the sport exhaust. This is interesting. It's got active kidney grills. Those are the grills in the front of the car. If we come back here and take a look, those are the grills here. Kidney grills, active. That means some of these vanes open and close. That's what they mean by active. Some of those vanes open and close. Auto start stop function, driving dynamics, eco pro mode, that's when you're trying to sip gas, comfort mode and sport mode, 8-speed transmission. Like I said, we're just scrolling through this, hitting on some high points. Dynamic stability control, dynamic contraction control, xDrive. You've got the M Sport brakes, adaptive M suspension. Got some big old wheels on there. You got 245/40 19s on the front, 19 by 8s on the front, and then 275/35s 19 by 9s in the rear, right? And they also increased the top speed, because I think the top speed by default on most BMW cars or most German cars is 155 miles an hour. So if they increase the top speed, I don't know what that's to. They don't say one way or the other. It's got full LED headlights, which is awesome. It's got power folding and heated side mirrors. It's got illuminated door sills. It's got the rear spoiler, 20-way seats here under interior seating and trim. It comes standard with Dakota leather. Got a nice stereo system standard. You got the Harman Kardon 600 watt, 16 speakers, anti-theft, CD, MP3. You could be sure that this thing is also going to store music. You could upload music and store music on the hard drive on this car, surely. And also you're going to have streaming audio from your phone, surely. So it's going to have all the tech features most people are going to want. It's got the new iDrive 6.0. Rear view camera standard, tire pressure monitor, rear window defog, BMW navigation, right? It's a 10.2-inch touchscreen, so it's also a touchscreen. 3D maps, 200 gig hard drive, and here we go, 200 gig or 20 gigabyte storage for audio files. There it is. So you got 20 gigs of music storage. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's more than a base level iPhone, I think, because I think a base level iPhone is like 16 gigs. So it's got a lot of music storage in there. A lot of music storage. So that's really cool. Comfort and convenience, engine stop start. They showed that at the front. Comfort access, which is keyless entry and stuff. That's awesome. Rain sensing wipers. Ground illuminating lights and exterior door handles. Very cool. 2 USB ports, universal garage door opener, front seat consoles, safety, LED running lights, front and rear head protection system, driver and airbags. You know it's going to have all the safety that it needs to. BMW is really good with that. And then lastly, the warranty. BMW Ultimate Care. For complete details, they want you to go to this website. But you get 4-year, 50,000 mile new vehicle limited warranty, 12-year unlimited mileage rust perforation limited warranty, and 4-year unlimited mileage roadside assistance. So you get some BMW Ultimate Care, which means, I think by standard, that means it comes with some free maintenance for a few years, I believe. We'll find out here in a little bit. Alright, so that's the standard features we want to go to. With that said, let's jump into our colors. So we've got metallic and non-metallic. And for those of you who don't know, metallic just means that the paint's got some metal flake in it, so it's more reflective, it's more shiny, especially when the sun hits it, of course. And so they got a lot of paints like that. And it'll tell you, right? It's automatically selected on Alpine White, you can see, and it'll tell you it's a non-metallic paint. Okay? And it doesn't cost any extra. I don't see anywhere, like probably right around here somewhere, it'll have a price if something costs more money. Let's find out. Bluestone Metallic. It's metallic. It says it in the name. No extra price. Mediterranean Blue. Metallic. Dark Graphite. Metallic. Black Sapphire Metallic. I've had a BMW in that color. It's a nice color. Black Sapphire Metallic. Thing is, with the dark colors, it's so much harder to keep a dark color clean. And they show so many scratches and swirl marks, especially if you take your car to an automatic car wash where the bristles and brushes are touching up against it. It leaves those fine micro scratches, and you can see that stuff in the sun. And dark cars just have it bad. I always like an Alpine White BMW because I think they're very attractive and it hides all that stuff. But let's look at these individual colors real quick. We've got what? Azurite Black Metallic. Looks like that's an extra $1,950. Then we've got Champagne Quartz Metallics at the same extra cost. Almandine Brown Metallic. And then Rhodonite Silver Metallic, which is a cool color. But like I said, I think for this build, we're going to stick with the white. We're going to stick with the white. It's no extra cost, so we're still sitting here at $73,400. Let's move on to wheels. Okay, so this is obviously the standard wheel. It's a 19-inch double spoke wheel, cerium gray with mixed performance, and I think mixed performance means all season. Mixed performance run flat tires. Run flat simply means that if your car gets a puncture, the tire doesn't really go down very much, because it's got this hard core on the inside. But you can still drive up to like 50 miles, I believe, and maybe up to like 50 miles an hour. And run flat tires are great. For me, I think they're awesome. What are these other ones? We've got the M double spoke wheel with non-run flat Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires. So this is the wheel package you get if you want the ultimate in handling. But you're going to be giving up something, because these Michelin Pilot Sports, these are those summertime tires, and that means that when they don't work well in the winter. So that means you're going to have to really probably run 2 sets of tires on your car, if you live in an area that gets inclement weather and it gets cold, because summertime tires don't function well when the temperatures drop below a certain range. So, know that getting this tire is going to probably cost you more money, because you're not going to, if you live in an area where you guys get a real winter, then you're not going to be able to leave that tire on the car. And if you do, it's just not going to perform very well anyway, and it's not going to be very safe. Then what else you got? You got the 20-inch M double spoke wheel, but this one does have run flat tires. And then this style, and it also has run flat tires. So this is the only one with this little exclamation point down here, and I don't know what the conflict is. What does it say? Right. Got it. So basically, the reason why it says that, it says if you choose these wheels with non-run flat tires, you need to also purchase the Space Saver spare tire, right? That's what that's telling you. That's why it's got that there. But I think let's look at these wheels. Those are interesting. I like those. But maybe I might like these wheels on a darker color car. But it probably looks good in person. That's the thing. These configurators are really nice, but nothing's like seeing the car in person. I think I'm going to go with these wheels. I think I like these. And these cost an extra $950. What about these? $950. Okay, so the only wheel that doesn't cost any money is this 19-inch wheel. If you upgrade, the rest of these are 20-inch wheels. So if you upgrade to any of these wheels, it's going to cost you more money. This wheel is going to cost you even more money, because you got to get the Space Saver spare. These wheels don't need a spare tire because, well, they're run flats. So you don't need a spare. Okay, so we got that selected. Got our wheels. We're in Alpine white. We're only at $74,350. So far, so good. Upholstery. All right, let's see what we got. We've got some BMW individual colors, which we know is going to cost some extra money. It looks like there are three. Let me double check. It looks like there are three. Yes, there are three leather choices. This top row, these leathers are Dakota. You see this one? Because it's defaulted to this black one. We can see the blue selection rim around it. This is Dakota leather. And the Dakota leather ones, if we take a look, that's blue, don't cost any extra money. They don't cost any additional money. These are Napa leather, and these are an extra $1,000, right? And they have contrasting stitching, or cross stitching, this diamond quilt like pattern, which is very cool. What does it look like in blue? Very cool. Okay. And so those are $1,000. And then of course you got the BMW individual, and if you click these, see, that's merino leather, which must be quite the upgrade in leather for an additional $3,200. So that's what you're looking at there with the leather seating surfaces. For me, I've had a BMW with Dakota leather, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I think I would go for this Napa leather. $1,000 extra, not a big deal. And you get this really cool cross-stitching, diamond quilting thing going on. And I think that's really upscale, right? And you've got this nice leathered stitched dashboard. You can see the leather stitching here, okay? But then you got these other colors, so we can just run through a few of them real quick. Canberra beige. We've got white. Another level of white. Oh, they got two levels. Why? Because this one has a brown leather dashboard and upper part of the doors. And then this one gets it in black and black rugs, right? Because this one didn't have, oh yeah, that one, yeah, this one doesn't have black rugs. And see, for me, I think it's really hard to keep light colored carpet. It's hard to keep it clean inside your house. Certainly going to be hard to keep it clean in your car where you're sloshing in water and possibly mud and dirt, and yeah, it's hard with that color interior. Let's look at some of these other Napas in the brown. That's attractive. How about this individual color? Look at the stitching here. Notice the stitching, the detail work there. Very nice. Very nice. These speaker covers are really beautiful too, by the way. Let's take a look at this brown. Or what is it? Tartufo. That's attractive too. That's attractive. If the rugs were black, that'd be really attractive. But I think for this build, we're going to go with the black Napa at $1,000. I think that's the mid-grade leather, and it's upscale. It's definitely upscale, and I like it. All right, so where are we at? We had $76,050. Not bad. But now let's get on to trims, because this is where, well, not quite yet. Once we get over to packages, that's packages and options. This is what will rally up the price real quick. These two trims, we're just looking at the wood. What do we want? Because it comes standard with this chromy, silvery, hexagonal looking stuff that I've never been a fan of. I've never been a fan of that. The interior is gorgeous though, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's got the sport aluminum pedals and dead pedal. You got the contrasting floor mat. I mean, really attractive stuff. Let's take a look at some of these. Fine line Ridgewood trim, no additional cost. Yeah, it's okay. You see a lot of BMWs with that on there. Same with this burl walnut. You see a lot of BMWs with that. And there's nothing wrong with it. What is this? Cove matte finish. That's interesting. I don't see many BMWs with that. I think these two are the most common colors you'll see across the board. I have not seen one with this in there, and that works for me because it's not very attractive, I don't think. Gray poplar wood, and then you got what, black piano here for an extra $1,080. So you got to pay an extra $1,000 to get stuff that's going to show fingerprints nonstop and need to be dusted all the time. I'll pass on that one. Let's take a look at this one. So your selection requires some changes. If I want to take a look at this one, right, of course I have to remove the black piano. Yes, of course. Let's see. Now that's attractive. That's attractive. That's worth the $1,000. Almost $1,100. I like that. That's really attractive. The contrast between the black and that color wood is just gorgeous. I'm all over that. What are we at? We're at $77,130 right now. Let's move on to packages. Okay, so we got quite a few packages. What? We got a cold weather package, driving assistance package, driving assistance plus package, dynamic handling package, executive package, luxury seating package, parking assistance package. All right, let's take it from the top. Cold weather package. Yeah, everybody's going to want this. Because what do you get? You get a heated steering wheel and front and rear heated seats. If you hit this plus, it'll give you a little more drop down for a little bit of information, right? Of course we want that. It's just $800. I think it's a good value. And a good resale value too, because maybe you're going to want to sell this car at one point. So you want to have some nice options on it. So driving assistance package and driving assistance plus package. What's the difference? So it says the driver assistance package is like having another set of eyes in the back of your head. Switch into reverse and everything behind your vehicle is shown on the display screen. It also makes parallel parking a breeze. Simply follow the lines on the screen that guides you into your spot. Okay. And what's this one? Driving should not be a contact sport. The many active safety features of Driving Assistance Plus: blind spot detection, daytime pedestrian protection, frontal collision warning with city collision mitigation, lane departure warning, and cross traffic alert for the rear help make you aware of pedestrians and other vehicles around you while keeping you appraised of the local speed limit. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. So what does this one have? So this one comes standard with this. See, this one is an additional dollar amount. But what is this one? If I select that, now we can see. What is this? So this comes with 4 safety features, because we're trying to find the difference between this package and this package. Okay, so this one has lane departure warning, frontal collision warning, city collision mitigation, and pedestrian protection, right? Whereas this one had blind spot detection, which this one doesn't have, right? I can almost balance this so we can see both. Yeah, now we can see both. Blind spot detection, this one doesn't have that. Daytime pedestrian protection, This one just says pedestrian detection. It doesn't say daytime. There must be a difference between the two. Oops. There must be a difference between the two. Frontal collision warning with city mitigation. Lane departure warning, that one, and cross traffic alert, plus the speed limit alert. So I think that this one is the better. Oh, that one's the better pack. Well, I guess you got to select both then. You got to select both. So you're spending quite a bit of money, but I think it's worth it in the long run. I think it's worth it to pop for those safety features. Plus, on the resale market, it's going to really help a lot. All right, so we're going to go with those. Dynamic handling, well, man, this is already an M Sport, so it should already have good handling. All right, so we're going to skip that. I mean, I think this is great that it offers all these things, a unique combination of options, which results in a handling firmness and superior comfort on bumpy roads. Additionally, the active roll stabilization improves suspension geometry, allowing for less lean in cornering. I think that's great, but we're already working up here to, we're over $80,000. So let's go through the rest of the stuff and see where we're at first before we look into that. Executive package. What's in the executive package? Soft closed doors, ceramic controls, wireless charging, and Wi-Fi hotspot. I'll take that. Luxury seating package. What's in this? Front massaging seats, front ventilated seats. I think I could skip over that. Parking assistance. What's included? Surround view camera, parking assistance plus. Yeah, for $700, I'm all over that. I think that's a good buy. That's a good, smart option. So I think we put our money in the right spot, and that money in the right spot is with this package, because this is where the BMW tech is really shining through here. The rest of this stuff, this dynamic handling, I think for the average driver buying this car, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that whatever the standard setup is going to be really good. We looked through the standard equipment, these standard features, and they had the M adaptive suspension already in there when we looked on that. So there we go. I don't think we need to do that. And we're at an 83,000, right? We're getting up there, but it's not crazy. Let's look at these options though. Okay, lots of options. All right, so convenience options. Power rear sunshade with manual rear side window shades. You got to have that. It's a great feature. You got to have that. That's where the side window shade, so you can see where they come up. And for your rear seat occupants, it's really nice. And then it'll have a rear shade in the back too that comes up. And if you're familiar with BMW, Mercedes, and Audi, then you already know about these things. Heated front seats, we already have that, I think, bundled in that other package. Gesture control, what is that? Gesture control. Introducing gesture control technology, right? That's where you can move your hands in front of it to turn up the volume and stuff. I don't think that's necessary. Dynamic digital instrument cluster. I thought in the standard features it said that we had that, but I don't. Let's see, what does it tell us? Apparently we don't have it. With this advanced and fascinating execution of the signature BMW instrument cluster, the content, presentation, and color of the screens vary according to the mode selected via the driving dynamics. That's that Eco Pro, Comfort, and Sport modes. So obviously, the colors and things like that change. I think that's kind of interesting. For just $350, if I'm building the car out, I'm all over it. Now, I'm a performance guy, so over here, we've got all this performance stuff. So the black kidney grills, right? Right now, they've kind of got this chrome thing, and that's cool, but what does it look like with the black grill on it? I think I would skip that. If I got the black car, I think I would do the black grill. But how about the mirror caps? Black. Right here. That looks good. I think that looks sporty. Carbon fiber rear spoiler, $845. I'm all over it. What does that look like? There it is right there. We can see this little spoiler. Nice. In performance side sill decals. That's going to come up right here because these are the side sills right here below the door. Those are called side sills. Right back here is called a rear diffuser. and then you got your front spoiler in the front that's below your lights. So let's see what the sticker looks like. Uh, it's kind of cool. I don't think I want a sticker on my car, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. All right, entertainment, Apple CarPlay, boom, you gotta have that. I've used it. It's definitely worth the $300. I'm into music. The Bowers and Wilkins, it's like over here in the packages, we're like, oh, should we do the dynamic handling? It's $3,600. But then over here we got in the options, we've got the Bowers and Wilkins, which is basically the same price, but you put your money where you want to put your money. For me, I'm like, I like the stereo. Boom, gotta get the stereo. And now that puts us up at almost 90 grand. Rear seat entertainment with the TVs and stuff back there, we don't need that. I don't think. Unless you're getting chauffeured around, you don't need it. Safety options. We already have that stuff. Remote control parking. Oh, so you get that big key. The display key is also activates interior ventilation, gives you readings of fuel range. Oh, well, that's cool. It can be, but then you got to charge it. So it's one more thing you have to take care of. But not that big of a deal. Oh, it has wireless charging pocket in the front center console. Okay. I think for $750, I'm sold. I think it's a neat feature, and you get that really cool key. So I'll take that. Night vision with pedestrian detection. I think unless you live in a place where it's really, really dark, you probably don't need that. You probably don't need it. I think it's probably a neat feature, but probably not necessary. So here we are. We're at $90,000, $90,410. Let's jump over here to summary. It's going to outline everything. 2018 M550i in Alpine White with the 20-inch wheels. They're run flat tires. We got the carbon fiber mirror caps. We've got the carbon fiber spoiler, right? We've got the the front and rear side window shades back there. We've got the black leather. We've got tells us our trim, color wheels, right? I guess I was going through all that. Alpine White. We got the 20-inch V-spoke wheels for $950. We got that black Napa leather for $1,000. We grabbed that plum wood trim, which just looks so gorgeous. There it is, right there, just gorgeous, right? We grabbed that for $1,080, and then here's all our packages, right? The cold weather, the driving assistance plus the plus, executive, parking assistant. Then there's our carbon fiber stuff, the dynamic instrument cluster, power rear sunshade with the manual rear side window shades, Apple CarPlay, Bowers & Wilkins Diamond surround sound system, remote control parking, right? You pay that destination and handling, and now we're out the door at $91,405. And what a fantastic car. What a fantastic car. Let's go back and look at these options. I mean, I just want to click on this Bowers & Wilkins real quick. So you still get 16 speakers with that, but now instead of 600 watts, you're getting 1,400 watts. Oops, you're getting 1,400 watts. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. So really, really exciting. This is a great, great car. Thanks for taking a moment to watch this video, and I'm curious to know how you would option out your 2018 M550i xDrive. So in the comments below, please let me know how you would option out this car. What colors would you get? Would you get those performance tires where you have to get the Space Saver spare? Would you get the M Performance sticker down here that goes down here? What color interior would you get? Excited to know. What do you think about the stereo? Please leave your comments, okay? Thank you.